Bentley.
I had 12 women in the palm of my hand the other night.
Oh, I was gonna see that.
12 women and
Yeah. I couldn't hold
Well,
13 magazines.
Your uncle's brother almost all the way down in North Carolina. It took us 16 hours to get down
I
there.
heard that last night in one of the comedy stations at the motel. I figured I'd
when
use
we
it
went
one
to
time.
leave, I said, we've had enough of this crap.
There's a
I
USS
said, stuff
sample
him in the back for a jacket over,
1048.
said we're going to be in Washington
Yeah.
in under 4 hours, and we were.
Travis said to Courtney his razor blades.
Yeah.
No, he said it's
Yeah, well, that's how we
overseas.
left from Raleigh.
Huh?
They sold it, is
Give
what
me
he
a
said.
radar detector.
It's
Look,
what?
That's right, you were down there for the
Said they sold it.
50th anniversary.
Oh, they sold it?
Yeah. I liked
He
it.
commissioned it and shipped it out
Gorgeous,
somewhere.
isn't it?
somewhere
Yeah,
in
place out
Boston.
of Lake
Well, you want to
Rose.
put a USS Courtney
Oh,
on there?
man, didn't we take the radar
Yeah, I'd like to find out where Stretch is. He lives in New York. If he's still
If I had
alive,
a
we
radar
can go over there.
detector,
Set
I
the
would
cruise
have made
control
sure
to 80. I know,
Set
one
it.
person has to be somebody that has.
Well, we were
How many people were
He
on
said
the
a
ship?
bomb on his foot or something.
Yeah, no, I was doing 80 last night.
I wouldn't know who
We had
to
a radar
Passing by
detector
me.
I
when
don't
we
have
went
any
to
that,
Florida. It took us 12 hours.
Scuffle. I think put it in there with my name on
That
it.
is booked.
I let it show up at our
Where I
house.
live,
You can always put
I
it
mean,
on
we
your
were
phone
booking
number.
it.
You can put your address
is
and your address and phone number, and then if they see it, they can contact you.
And
and that's cruising
That's
about
like 70.
Well, I'm going to go to Florida in October, but we're only going to Pensacola.
Whatever happened to Fluharty,
So
that
we're
guy? You
figuring,
ever hear
here's
from none of
Pensacola.
No,
We should be able to
you
do
were
that.
still on board ship the last I heard from
Yeah.
He was still there when I left.
Go down
Yeah.
79 to,
Yeah.
and Walter
We're going to
Farrington.
Florida this summer.
Oh yeah, little
Dave.
Walton.
He probably owns his wife's corporation by now.
Oh.
We'll be there fast.
Yikes.
Yeah. Well, that's where we're going to go, but we're going to go in October.
I always wonder what happened to that crazy German, Herman Mann.
Yeah, if y'all
That
do stop in
electrician
North
that was always
Carolina,
working
stop,
out.
pick me up, bring me
Oh,
back,
yeah.
We'll go water skiing.
Yeah.
Check out the lakes that I know.
Probably not
That's
I'd like to know what
that's
happened to
I can't
Buck
wait
Lake.
for is this summer to go water skiing.
Oh,
But-
that is my son.
It's not there, it would have come
All
up
he
by
wants
now.
to do is stuff.
Kurt,
Well, we did it last year. We got
Hey,
a bunch
Kurt,
of us that worked together.
who's that guy that owns that bar over on the other side of the lake that has pictures of Charlie and Joe Rhodes and all
Right down
that?
outside where I live. So we got all together. We
King's
got
Inn
two
or
boats
the
out
King's
there.
Inn?
and we just took
Oh
it out,
yeah,
started skiing.
yeah, he was on the ship with you. That's
I'll-
right, he knows you.
Maybe.
Corby. What the hell's his
Next thing I
real
know, I
name?
sat
His
there
last
and
name is
I'm driving this boat the
Corberan.
whole time. I never got a
He
chance
knows
to
you
get up on
from
the
the
water
court.
skiing.
You
He
got
was
pictures of you?
in between you and you. He's got pictures of you and everything.
Boat
In fact, he started working down the shop in the maintenance department.
And he said.
And he was working there for about a week, and all of a sudden I didn't see him around anymore. I said, well, where'd
And she
Corby
asked him,
go?
"You
And he
wanna
said,
go
he
skiing?"
failed
He
the
said,
drug
"Well, I'm gonna
test. He
ski."
failed the pee
She
test.
told him,
He's your age.
She had him up on skate in no time at all.
Oh, yeah.
And he owns a bar?
Yeah, well, he used to. He doesn't anymore. Kings Row. His name is, we call him Corby. That's how I know him. His name's Corberan. I can't think of his first name.
Yeah,
His
it's
real
real
name.
name,
Corby Corberan.
really top speed that we've
Yeah, he's
ever
got
had.
pictures of you and everything. He was talking to Larry about
He's
everything.
the
all
one
about
that told me about Joe Rhodes dying,
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd slow
right
it
after he
down.
got out of the Navy.
Just don't get anybody that's
Real big.
like
Well,
Pat.
two
How
S's?
many S's? Only, yeah, well, it's
Even
left
Paulie
the
Hill had
S
a
on this.
boat
I
out of 150 horse inboard.
gotta wait for
He got
Oh,
this
phased it out.
big boy. He used to play football for North Carolina State University.
Okay.
I got him on that boat. That's the boat I was driving. He was like, bro. I was like,
No, well, Brian, no, Brian.
Dave.
Oh, it would be like.
Take it
Oh,
off.
oh, that's like trying to pull Shamoo off on a pair of skis.
Hey,
Patrick
When
is,
we had our aluminum
Lindsay's
boat,
stepdad come to pick her up.
I mean, Patrick, man, I had the
You
boat
were sitting
full
over on the
throttle. He
couch
was
here.
still leaning back
How you
trying to
gonna
get
do
up.
Learning how to dock it, and this thing didn't back down fast enough. And holy mackerel, we smacked that pier. But anyways, Charlie says,
What, over by where the Intrepid is and stuff like that?
oh, we were at the city dock.
Stabbing at
We
Cap.
Pier 88 on in the Hudson River.
Yeah.
So that's where like the Intrepid is.
We docked up right about, I'd say probably about 38th Street,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's where the Intrepid is and stuff.
And Charlie says, come on over. That's when he lived in Lodi, New Jersey. That's where he's from.
That's where my parents is from.
Or where well, you've spent some time there.
Yeah, and I try not to remember that.
Yeah. Well,
And I was stationed in New Jersey.
so he says, come on over to my house. We'll get my car and go for a ride.
is this you?
So I
It is.
says, okay. So we go over to his house. He's got a Studebaker Golden Hawk with a Chevy with a tri-power. He says, we'll go we'll go across the George Washington Bridge into the city. I said, that sounds like a good idea. We crossed the George Washington Bridge. We never went below 100 miles an hour. We get into the city, and we're doing 95 between the cement piers of the elevated. He says, how do you like this ride? And I swear, you go to the junkyard and find that Studebaker, it's still got my claw marks right in the dashboard.
That was a fast little buggy.
Fast! We're cruising over 100 across the George Washington. I said, Charlie, don't you think you better slow down? He says, why? I haven't kicked the third carb in yet. Bazoo!
That was a fast little buggy.
I'll see you, Doris. If I don't see you before you go, have a good trip.
Oh, I will.
Okay. And tell Maria, congratulations and good luck and all that kind of
Again.
jazz.
I say it
I
all.
still don't believe she's doing this.
Well, she probably won't.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Larry. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thanks
Okay.
for stopping over.
It was nice meeting you,
Same
Chuck.
here. Enjoy
I've
it.
never met a legend before.
I'm not a legend. I'm not a legend. Those
Hey,
days are over with.
You got a nice sign sitting right next to a swamp.
Yeah, but legends you gotta live up to. You know? I'm done living up to legends.
Whatever.
Plus, it would have been easy with having them a couple of movies made.
Bye-bye, Kathy.
Yeah, those days are gone. Those days are gone. Yeah, you were good for that. You can come stay by me anytime. I have the other ones. Yeah.
Nice tail there.
She has two of
Back when I was playing in a
She does,
band,
huh?
my hair got that long, did the same thing as his.
Curled right up.
I got
Just
a
yell
Why do you think I do this?
Yeah,
If I had hair any longer than this,
yep.
I can't. Then it does it right here. My hair, no, mine goes right
my
down
curls
here,
right up.
and mine curls this way. It'll go right down on my forehead, and I hate that.
Mine went
Oh, it'll curl right up. Right.
waves.
The
I
only
let my
place
hair
that
grow.
curl-
I have this big curl right here, and I'm like, no, I'll cut it right off.
Nah, the only place that I
I
have
was just
curl
gonna
is
say,
right
get a razor blade with
The rest of my hair's all straight.
Ah, I like it this way.
Probably.
I was thinking about taking it all off though.
Oh, no. We're
course,
not
I'm
getting the
afraid-
rag and chrome.
The only reason I don't is I'm afraid it'll never grow back. I'll be bald for the rest of my life.
Well, yeah, if you shave it past where the little holes where it pokes out of, you know, and they get lost in there, you'll have to end up with all this hair growing inside your brain. And
She
then
thinks
you're,
I'm strange already. It doesn't matter.
well, you'd be a lot stranger with all that hair growing inside your
I don't
brain.
know about that. Whew.
You know, you got too much when it starts trickling out your ears. I think I got some in there right
I don't know. I get mine coming on my nose. It comes out the front.
Yeah.
Next year, Larry's gonna say, not only am I a user, but I'm the club president.
Trixie. Oh, shoot.
Now, not only am I advertising it, I own the company.
What you do?
Yeah.
What you do?
I had a friend now, and he wants to get those hair weaves. He wants to get long hair, but he don't want to wait for his hair to grow. He just wants to go in and get the weaves done, so he can have long hair in
Hey,
the
I'm
back.
waiting.
You know? I'm like, well, why don't you just let it grow for yourself? You don't have to pay that much money. He's like, well, I don't want to wait that long.
Yeah, well.
Well, hey, nowadays you
You
don't.
gotta let this grow in a little bit to get that scars covered over. Otherwise, I'd have it cut short like his. I don't just like having them scars sticking out.
No, I don't either, but that bald spot spread just about to the scar now. So.
He doesn't have much choice about that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I got a pretty good one.
Walking around looking like a one-hole bowling ball.
Yeah, but at least you can't see it unless you look in the mirror.
Well, that's true.
You see somebody following you with a putter and a ball.
Trying
You're in
for,
trouble, boy.
trying for a hole in one, huh?
You be in trouble.
Gave the dog all the spaghetti sauce.
Look at our muscles.
Junkie little here.
Uh,
Work it out. Lift them head, man.
You betcha.
Hello.
That's what got it off of him.
What was that, lifting head bail?
Yep. I'm naturally this way. I'm fattening up myself.
It'll work. Head bails will do it too.
Yeah, well.
They'll lift you up and build some muscles.
Yeah.
Throwing your things around. I fell off a hay wagon one time. We were 13 bales high on a wagon, and I fell off the top.
that what happened to you? Believe it or not.
Tell me that hurts.
Well,
What'd you land on?
yeah, but
Did
you
you land
would
on the
bounce.
ground?
Yeah, but I wasn't this big then, you know.
Did you land on the ground?
That's what. Yeah, I did. I hit the ground,
Tell
man.
you what, I fell.
Said boom.
2 weeks ago, I fell. It was 10 feet. Right
Yeah, a
on the
couple
concrete.
coffee, one shoe.
Sold the furniture.
No
Yeah.
milk?
No hands, nothing. Right here, right here.
See, like now, if I fall down, I got a little insulation. I'll bounce like like Dolly Parton. If she ever fell over forward, she'd bounce right back up again. You know.
Stand back up. What happened?
Yeah.
As long as she don't jog and get those black eyes.
You know what I didn't
You know, she
realize
can't
how little
run,
that
because if
woman
she
is?
did, she'd be blinded by him. He'd slap her in the face.
Tiny.
She
Yeah,
is
she
a
get a couple
No,
black
she's-
eyes.
They told her she has to have reductions.
Well, when I was working in the crane business, I was working down in Miami,
Mhm.
and Bob Hope did a special, a Christmas special. I don't know, a couple of years back now. I can't remember exactly what it was. But he had Dolly Parton on the program. And Bob Hope owns this condominium in North Miami that he just had built. It's 23 stories on it. Two of them with a pool and all that. So he did his Christmas special at the program, at his condominium. And Dolly Parton was there, and I was doing some crane work on that complex. And I just happened to have my crane in a rather precarious position around the pool. And they wanted me to hold a little platform up there with a guy to make artificial snow, to make it look like it was snowing at the end of the show. So they rented the crane, and I had to stay there and watch the program. And when that woman come out on the stage, I expected to see something, you know, with some sustenance. She ain't nothing but a little breeze.
Yeah. Blow too hard, you blow her away.
Yeah, I mean, it blew my mind. I thought, like, wow, she's got to at least be tall, you know. She's a midget.
She wears those real super high heels. That's what
Man,
does
I
it.
couldn't get over how tiny she was. I mean, she probably ain't like 4'8".
No, believe it or not, last year I was 89 pounds, 5 foot. Oh, God.
Just top heavy.
Yeah, she's top heavy, all right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Big time tap.
No, there's a lady who goes around to all the professional baseball fields and all that stuff. I can't remember what her name is right now.
Oh, the kissing bandit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kissing Bandit.
Yeah.
She's short. You know, she's short. And she is kind of a little bit of heavy set. I mean, she's got
Yeah.
she's got one side of a blimp here and one side over here. You know, she's got big old ones, man.
I had a girl on the,
They're not Hooters. They're
They're like good size up.
They're like
Geraldo
blips.
show or
split
something.
in half.
Did you see that one on the Geraldo? That big blonde that's got 88 inches?
That's the one. That's the one.
No, I'll tell you the biggest one. Her name, she's a topless dancer now. Her name's Topsy Curvy. 97 000.
Yeah. How could she actually walk straight up?
She can't.
No, that's what I figured.
And what's
She has
really
a-
sad,
You got training wheels.
she's only this big around in her waist.
Yeah, but she's got to have some kind of support from the floor, like a walker for her breasts.
Two midgets. Two
Just
midgets.
to hold him up there.
Dad just
She's got midgets just tall enough to lay on her head.
There's a whole bunch of guys behind the curtain with their tongues hanging out. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I bet she could fucking give enough milk for at least 50 gallons. Wow.
She could feed a
Big
nation for a
old
while.
one. Big as an udder.
I'd like to be here, baby.
Is that a keeper?
Yeah, sure.
What'd you get there? $1 million bucks?
No. Where are we all going after this thing?
What'd you get? $1 million bucks for your birthday?
Oh, 100.
Well, you got at least 100. Oh, you're getting there.
Oh, we had one of those in our Beretta.
My brother,
Anybody else? You want anything?
I'm all set.
You look like you got a nice watch now. I have to watch the video to see the watch because I didn't see it except in the
Well,
video.
I'll show you the watch. You give me $100. A little bit small. It was shrunk.
Right.
I thought it was a Monopoly.
Go down there to that
game.
laser
Myself,
copy
I
printer
saw it.
place downtown. Make some
I
copies
thought
of
there
it.
was more to it here.
All right, here.
It could be Travis.
Shannon, I bought a new boat. It was 89, and Shannon was cleaning it out for me. And he got this bright idea. He had a water vac. He sucked the water out of the bilge for me. So he took all the cup holders out of the boat, you know, and he's sucking the water out of the bilge. And he comes walking up. He says, "Here, Dad," and he hands me this watch. It was down in the bilge of that boat, who knows how long. and it's an old Timex watch.
Somebody bought it and left it inside there?
Yeah. And
Probably
it's
lost
filled to
the
his
water
boat
speed.
underwater, banging all around because it's a 50-horse Bayliner, so it really does.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking, huh?
It's still running with the same battery as when he handed it to me. It's the best watch I ever had, and so that's what I bought him one. I got all kinds of expensive watches. I got gold
I've
watches.
got a
Don't wear 'em.
Timex. I had it for 7 years, and the battery finally went dead.
Yeah.
But I can't replace it because even if I do, the time changer is all worn right off. There's absolutely nothing left of the knob. So I can't, it's a nice watch. It still runs perfect.
You gotta wait
I've
till the
never-
exact right time and
Stick the battery. That's what I was thinking. But I've never had to change time. Only when you have to go ahead. I've never had to change the time.
Really, I got
I could run around I could put my hand in the water. I could do all kinds of stuff, and that thing is still running.
I'm never without this watch. I
Run a
haven't
couple
touched one of my
wires
good
through a
watches.
jump start.
Right there you go. Timex is a good watch, man. Timex is a real good watch.
wait for Greenwich Mean to come around.
I heard you got a pretty nice little place around the corner here, ain't you?
Just like mine.
No, Doris,
Probably
the other way.
passed it a couple times because they're riding around.
Just like mine. I got nice big numbers so you can see
Larry,
them.
now you can take the pulses yourself.
Hint, hint, hint. It's got nice big numbers on it, he says. He's trying to give you a hint.
That's why I got a second hand. So you can because Kathy, when I bought her a new watch, she
Oh, I'll
said she'd
tell you
have a
what.
second hand because she works in
All of these folks that work with you and vouch for you, I mean, you don't sound like you're doing a whole lot there.
Well, not as long as I got these.
Piano.
Why should he? He's higher than these people, so he just tells everybody what to do.
Oh, you're the head.
I do.
You don't even get your own coffee.
No. Well, since you left, I had to train Roxanne. to get it.
Train somebody else to get it. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, there's a special knack to that, ain't there, Amy? It ain't just go and get a cup of coffee, right? You gotta get the ingredients right.
Yeah, they chuck hang around with all these people that work in hospitals. Now, my girlfriend works in the intensive care unit, and I go out and I'm with all these nurses every time I go out. And these women start having a discussion about what's better, circumcised men or uncircumcised men. So finally the conversation ended. They figured that uncircumcised men were better because they could grab that little flap of skin and get that out of the way.
Oh, that's
Who cares? As long as they get off, that's all that counts.
I've done them like this.
Well,
It's true though.
Who's Winston?
we need to find a woman for it.
We'll make our own survey. We'll go out and ask a bunch of them. What do you like best?
I mean,
That's
it's
what
all
I keep telling too. Well, we did all right last year. Let's see what this next year is all
She couldn't get the time off.
First stepson just came up and visited her last week. She took a week off. When I got the flyer the other day, I said, "Can you get the time off?"
Use that sheet on
Right. It was a no-go. She's working double shifts trying to make up the time off.
Yeah,
She said, "Well, you go and have a good time."
yeah. We'll get down
I said,
there.
"Well, I really don't want to go up there without you, but I will." I said, "My luck, I probably won't get picked now. There'll be some woman hitchhiking and make, I'll have her made,
I don't know, my dad keeps saying that.
I figured I'd entice her into going.
It didn't work. No,
No.
no.
She said, I forgot that
Flavored apple.
she knows where the Claymore mines are and she has all the bullets to get out."
Shoot.
Dandelion
She knows how to bore sight that that bull to get you too, don't she?
Out there, out there,
Can't
that
be wearing
big
nothing
thing.
funky when I come in that pasture, boy. That boy will tear you up.
It was in that one bottle with a
He's a
little
cross between
hook on it. It wasn't like in a moonshine.
a beef master
Like take it out with
and Angus. He's got just a tinge of Holstein in him.
Oh, you must be a mean lover.
I'll tell you what, now, a beef master, I don't know if you're familiar with a beef master. They're one of the biggest old steers you ever seen. I mean, most of them got heads on them as big as that block table is. They stand up somewhere like 200 pounds.
You didn't see that video of Chuck's Ranch.
No.
I made a copy of the one he sent up for me. You ought to see the animals. He's got every one of them's given to him.
I sold most of them. I had to couldn't handle this year with the beef.
No, this is.
I had
I mean, my eyes crossed. To start
7
water.
cattle and
You don't even have to drink it, all you have to do is get it
Three
close to
horses.
your nose and it comes.
30 goats.
You still have that little one?
I kept the 2 little horses. They're bred. I might even have a foal now. I mean, they're ready to drop today.
He's got the miniatures. And this one on the video
No,
is such a show off. As soon as he turns the video camera on and swings it towards this horse, up comes its head and that thing prances the whole length of the fence and then back. And then up and then back. And it's no taller than full grown.
39 inches tall.
My folks have they have 2 mini horses. The small ones. I can't think of the name right now. They're mini horses, and they have a donkey, and they're mating the minis with the donkey to make a miniature mule. And one of the horses, they got 2 female horses, the mini horses, and one of them lost a baby, but they still have one going. And they're hoping this spring that they'll have a mini mule. It'll never grow higher than about like this. But a mule that big, I've never seen one. I've seen the horses, because the horses they have, they'll pull a carriage. They're a team.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they bought a donkey, and they've had it. It's not a real big donkey either. So when they have this mule, it's going to be small. It's going to look like a pony all its life. It's going to be real small.
Mine is pink. So I got, black and white paint.
Right out the door.
Hopefully I'll get 2 little fillies out of them. Raise them and then rebreed them.
Right?
As soon as this boy breeds this year, he's down the road.
I used to work at a youth camp in the kitchen for a couple years, and they had a corral there because the kids that came from the camp, they used to ride horses. And they had this one horse. It was a show horse. It was a miniature, a small miniature female. And they had it in a corral with like 8 or 9 males, and they were trying to mate it. All the males would get on top of it. They were a mile off. They could never get it. They could never, finally they had to mate it with a miniature because all the others would get on top of it, and they could never get it in the right place. And they tried, and they tried, and they tried, and they tried.
Little Sparky dude.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing to see, though, that big old horse trying to get up on top of that little one.
Well, I'm going to tell you how smart this little horse I got is. I don't know whether it's just coincidence or what, but I got a pond that don't hold water. It holds water down in the bottom of the belly of the pond, but the size of the bank don't.
It's that one.
I got a filly that's about that much taller than me. So he just don't quite line up with that little man.
So you can find someone that will play.
But he grabs her by the mane with his teeth and walks her to the pond.
Puts her in the pond.
He gets her down the side of the pond.
He knows what's going on.
Right on the money.
My dad has some dogs.
I mean, it's unbelievable to watch the little horse do that.
My dad, he has a Pomeranian, and he has Pekingese. He raises them, Pekingese and Pomeranians. The one dog he had was he was trying to mate it, right? And this other male that he had no idea what was going on. That dog would get up on the wrong side of the dog and try to screw it in the face.
Oh, they do that a lot.
I mean, it was going for all it was worth. There was nothing there. It would get up on pieces of furniture and it thought it was the other dog.
Yeah, they do that a lot. I used to raise Yorkshire Terriers too. And they do the same thing. I mean, once they get once their body's turned on, that little male's turned on, they go for a week. I mean, there ain't nothing in that thing. The whole house is safe.
I can't stand the Siamese cats. When they go into heat, they start howling and.
I can't stand cats. Period.
I don't like them.
Ain't a live cat within 3 miles.
Her father used to say that the only good cat is a dead cat. And then she found a cat under our porch one time, and we gave it to her folks, and now they won't give it up.
But there ain't one around. You just don't will
My
none
dad
come around.
wouldn't kill it either.
No.
Finish telling the story.
No, she found a cat underneath our porch one time. We have 2 cats, and our cats are jealous. And if you bring another cat into our house, they'll have it in the corner in less than 5 seconds, ready to kill it. And she found this little kitten underneath the porch in the house that we lived in. She gave it to her folks. And her dad's one of those people, the only good cat's a dead cat. Right? They've had it now for about a year. They wouldn't give it up for the world. He'll talk a lot of stuff about it. I don't know, that damn cat. He wouldn't get rid of it. No way.
I like my own cats. I don't like other people's cats.
No. Well, I got 2 cats. They're twins. They're calicos, but they're twins. They have 7 there's 7 toes on each front paw.
Those are females.
Yeah, they are. Calicos. It's the only.
I heard something on the news about them that all calico cats are females.
All of them are.
Yeah, they have to be. Yeah, calicos. And these are well, ours are more turtle colored than they are calicos. They're tortoiseshell colored. But each of them have 7 toes on both front paws. They were Siamese twins. They were like born almost the same time. Boom, boom. There they are.
The only way you can tell is they got a little more.
Yeah, but I got my
One's got a
You
little
can tell by
more
looking.
flat.
One's skinnier. They have different personalities, but. We got them at the SPCA, and I went there, and I was just going to get a kitten for the house after we got married, and I'm like, well, I like these cats over here, and they wouldn't give us just one, and I didn't want just one. I wanted the pair, so that's what we've had them for. How long have we had them now? 7.5 years.
Well, I took and I went over and I had these tenants and they was on a lease they're allowed to have 2 cats and they're to be spayed and I'll even pay for part of the spading.
And they didn't, and they had
They
kittens.
did, they had kittens, there was all these kittens running all over and my woodwork's all scratched, they're using for a scratching post. And I says, you gotta get rid of those cats. I'm telling you right now, next time I come over here, those kittens better not be here. So I went over about a week later and I says, I thought the kittens were supposed to be gone. And she says, just a minute. And she hands me a box.
With all the kittens.
Yeah, with 5 kittens in it. And she says, here. I says, what am I supposed to do with that? And she stuffs a $5 bill in my pocket. She says, take it to the Humane Society. There's a donation. So I stopped down another apartment. He said, well, the guy worked at the Humane Society 11 years when he was a kid. His parents ran it down there. He says, well, we keep 2 or 3 kittens around, 2 or 3 cats around. Sometimes we get 4 or 5 litters a day and we kill them. I says, well, I don't want that to happen. So I drove around town. I had stuff to do. I drove around town all day long getting rid of cats. Everybody I'd have I promised a bag of cat litter and a bag of cat food. And then 2 of them I promised to pay to have them spayed. So it cost me, I said I'd pay $20 for it. 2 hours, so that's $40 and plus it ended up costing me $60-some to get rid of those cats because I didn't want to get them killed.
You could have got rid of them for $1.39.
$5 and she gave you, you could have her.
This one here, I took him to the vet when she got run over with $1,100.
I'll tell you what the hardest thing for me to do was,
Where'd she go?
I got all my animals I got given to me. I advertise in the local stock paper down at home. And anybody that has any livestock that they don't want and is going to destroy or just don't have no need or don't know how to attend to them anymore, rather than do something stupid with them, I'll take them off the hand. And I got people calling me up and giving me donkeys and goats and horses.
You gotta see that video. You got a herd of goats.
If I can't use it, I tell the folks, if I can't use it and it's edible, I'm going to eat it. Otherwise, I'm going to sell it to pay for feed for the other animal. I said, because sometimes I'll bring something into the herd, and after I quarantine it for a while and put it out with the herd, it just they won't get along. And you know, that causes a problem, so I have to get rid of it.
uncle that lives out in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Now,
And
this guy calls me up from a dairy, and he's got this Holstein calf, 1 month old. I said,
and my
you
mom
want
says, well, you like to cook, you like
thinking to
spices.
myself,
Here, have some, right?
I
So she
said, what
gives
is
me
it?
this
He
jar.
said, well, it's a heifer.
Are you kidding? I
Yeah,
would
I'll take
pinch
it.
it. And I've had it.
I'm right away $sign just rings in my head, you know,
When I-
breed it,
I
milk,
I put little
more
sprinkles
cows, you
in
know.
it. If it's delivered-
So I get the thing over to pick it up, and it's got a
Can't even use a
split
little bit of
tab.
this stuff. That stuff. Hot.
And it can't eat any grain. All it can do is drink liquid.
Oh, I like.
So I said,
beans when they're hot.
I got
I'll
a
take it
good
off my
iron
hands.
stomach.
He was an old man. He couldn't. He had to train like a puppy dog.
I know I've got the whole
And I
stuff
said,
that's good and spicy.
I'll take it. So I put it loaded up in my stock trailer,
I
took
know
it to the
that
house,
girl.
and turned it loose.
I
I couldn't go
have a
nowhere
friend.
without this little calf following me around. Every time I'd stop, he'd come up and bump me in the leg. He would just stand there and shake its lanky body and wag that big old tail, you know. Then I'd scratch its head a
Like
little
the
bit,
dog.
I mean, we've been
and
pouring.
it would just kind of walk around me in a circle, would leave me alone. Then when it wanted to scratch, it'd come over and bump me in the leg.
But anyway,
But no matter where I
they
went
used
to
to
work,
live here in Jamestown.
even when I'm riding the tractor and stuff, that thing would hop alongside the tractor and follow me where I was working.
She'll
Well,
go
it's got to be
someplace.
that
She'll go like
I said,
casino or
well,
something.
I'm
She'll
gonna
order
call
the
the vet up,
volcanic
see if they
wings.
can't come out and put in a plate,
They're
and
not
close
hot.
that up so I can feed it
She
to
will
Brian.
tell them to bring her
Because
the
my,
red pepper,
all I could
crushed
do
red
at that
pepper,
point was
and she'll sit there and
pump
take a wing out.
dairy
go
product
down
into
to
it,
the-
make
pour
meal
that
out
stuff
of
right down
it.
there and start eating.
So I said,
The only way
maybe
you
I
can
can
tell if the
salvage
wings
this
are hot
thing.
enough
So I
for
called the vet
And
out.
she'll be sitting there eating them.
And this guy's telling me, she
running
said, well,
down
I
her
can go ahead
face.
and put a
And
plate
she'll
in
just
there,
keep-
and I can do this and
she'll
that.
eat
He
12,
said, probably,
15
he said, by the
wings
time
and
I
I
get
couldn't
all
eat
done,
one.
he said,
She'll sit there.
it'll run you about $2,500
She
to save
loves
this
it.
little calf. I said,
I like hot wings, but
$2,500.
not
I
that
said, even
hot.
if
She'll
you
sit there with that crushed red pepper and she'll
cook
pour
it,
it all over that wing.
breed it, and get a calf off of it, I ain't gonna get that kind of money out of it. So he said, well,
I'm
I
not
can
either.
do it.
I like something
He
spicy.
says,
something
the
hot.
only other thing I tell you, just put it down and
Like,
put it in the
you
fridge.
can get burritos in the
Like,
store.
alright.
You get hot,
Well,
like,
I was kinda
chili
reluctant
and
to do
cheese
that.
and stuff, you know.
But
I like
the
it.
calf started to develop a pleurisy because it was getting breathing, the milk was getting in its lungs.
Yeah.
And it's getting a little bit weak,
I like
and I said, well, I gotta put that thing down, I'm really not doing it a favor.
Well, I
So
like
I loaded
her
the
mild.
shotgun
Her
up,
mild
put it
tastes
in the
pretty
stock
good. What I
trap,
do, I see, I get
and
it
I took it
spiced
away
up
from the
myself.
house because I didn't want the dog to get the blood around it.
I remember
I took it
that.
out there in the woods and took the rope to it, tied it to a tree. And that was the longest, I mean, the longest I had ever had my finger on the trigger in my life. I mean, I shot a man
It is hot,
shoot
yeah.
that calf.
Yeah, it is.
And I waited and waited and waited. Finally, I think out of desperation, I don't even realize I did it.
You just closed your eyes and.
No. I think I just was squeezing so slow that finally I just reached that point of no return, and it went off by its, it just went off. And I hit that calf,
Not here in Texas.
and that thing went down just a bellowing. And oh man,
Yeah, but is the tape running?
Yes.
that was the
Yeah.
hardest one. After that
It'll
one,
shut off when the tape's done.
there ain't a calf or a cow or a pig in the world's got a chance now.
There's
I mean, I walk up on him, man, you going to the freezer? Boom! Bye. Load him up, take it to the bush.
Yeah.
He's gone. But boy, that first one, that hurt.
Well, this one here, they called me at work. She had jumped over the fence, and she was only about 9 months old then. And she jumped over the fence and got hit by a car out here. The people that were following the car, they picked her up and
Yeah,
took her to
that's
the
what I was thinking.
They had to have my permission to do surgery on her. They thought that she'd need pins in her legs and stuff. And they told me it'd be real expensive. And then they called me back during surgery, and they said, you can't save the back leg, you gotta take the back leg off. They said also the diaphragm was pushed up. She was having trouble breathing. But they thought that might heal up. And they'd have her on IV and they'd keep her for a week or two. And they said $1,100.
And you had to laugh every time, you
Well,
know.
you can give us $500 down. Was it $50 a month?
When I was a kid, we used to go down to
$50 a month.
we had some friends down there.
That's what I did. I went up and I gave him $500 and I paid him $50 a
They owned
month
the
forever.
Right, they're all like
$1,100 German Shepherd.
My father was in service, he was in Cherry Point, North Carolina.
Well, I don't know, I fought with that issue, maybe I should have put the money up, but at that time I had the money.
We used to go there all the time. All my dad
I
would.
was trying to be realistic
I
about
was in
it.
the Marines.
Well, I guess maybe I wasn't. I
Used to do
think
it
if I had to
the same.
do it
Used to
over
do it.
again.
I was
Because she did suffer
had
for
to
a couple
do
months.
all those
I had to
stories.
keep her confined to a
You
cage.
knew him by heart.
It
You
took a
still
lot
had to
out
act
of her.
like, wow.
Well, that calf would have suffered some too, but it would have.
Yeah, tell her 600,000.
One of the other things about it was the guy says, well, you know you're going to do it again,
The thing that used to get me is
just
final
because she's
man
going
just
to
say,
grow. Then the plate's going to become too small, and it's going to put tension in there,
Dad, I'm not
and
in
you're going to
on
have to.
it.
It's the bone tissue is not going to grow around it. It's going to
He used to
be
pull
so
that on us all the time.
and you
When I
have
was
to
in
do
the
it again.
Marines, we couldn't do this or
I'm
that.
thinking to myself, well, if I don't do it now, eventually I'm going to have to do it again, or pay that kind of money again a second time.
That's right.
And I was trying to look at it like a stock instead of a person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What would a real stockman do? Put it down and
that's right.
or spend the bucks. So I went to put it down. What was goody?
So was I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started
I was
that.
Goody? I hung it in the street, and boy, I stuck it in the
No
freezer.
more
Close range.
winners.
I won't eat anything that I know.
Yeah.
I lived there for a
Well, you
while.
better never come around my house.
I made a
I know
move towards
everything in
that way,
freezer.
and then we ended up coming back here.
We had a pig called Fred.
I lived there for almost a year, and I loved it.
He was.
Once you start naming them, isn't it hard?
I like to know.
My
I like
grandparents
it.
had a
It's
farm
hard.
and I couldn't name them
it's only hard on you when you come to the house and you're sitting at my table.
We're eating bread tonight.
Hey, have a piece of bread, boy. He was real good. See, now that'd bother you, but it wouldn't bother me. But this guy, he gave me, this woman called me up and she said, I got 2 pigs and I can't keep both of them. She says, you want one of them? I said, yeah. She said, well, I want $35. I said, ma'am, I said, I advertise that I'll take them. I said, I don't advertise that I'll buy them. I said, now if you want to give it to me, I'll come and get it. She said, well, I don't really want to give it up. She said, but I need a goat. You got a goat you don't want?
Every day he had somewhere else.
I said, as a matter of fact, I got 2.
Eat wholesale.
She said, well, I'll trade you goat. I said, that's a fair deal. I had 2 butthead goats that made, and buttheads you can't make together because you get morphidites out of it, or they become sterile. One either the mother or the dad's got to have at least 1 horn. So I said, I got a morphidite I'll give you. She says, that's good, I don't want to breed it, I just want to eat the grass. I love that, put her up, bought it over there. And she gave me this little pig, it wasn't no bigger than that. And I said, this is going to be a piece of cake. I walk into this corral, and she's right outside of this room, we got electric wire around the bottom, by the baseboard, about that high up at the ground. There's 2 of them in there. See, I have my choice, whichever one I wanted. And here I am. And here's these 2 little pigs down in the dirt. And both of them standing there looking at me like this. Man. I said, this is going to be a piece of cake. Well, I'll have them in the flash.
You had to chase them around for a while.
Oh, my God. Well, I reached down there to get them. And they took off and started to run. Well, they ran into the corner. Then they got hit by the electric wire, and that tightened them right up. And off they went. So I said to the woman, turn that electric wire off. Man. She said, I can't because I've got it hooked up continuous. So this is going to be tricky. So I get them cornered over here, and they cuddle down under the wire. So I said, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll stick my hand in back here and tap one of them, and they'll run into me, and I have my lace trap, and I'll grab it, and it'll be all right. So I'm down there on the ground, and I got my legs all full of pigs over.
From the airport?
And these 2 little pigs are still standing there in the little huddle. They're looking at me, you know, so timid and scared. You can see them shaking.
I like it.
And I reach down there and I grab the thing.
It's a nice, you know,
I go to
like
push it out, and instead the sucker turns around and bites my finger. And when he does, I jump and I get my finger caught in the electric wire.
Yeah.
Now I'm over there going, eat, eat, eat. I can't turn loose of this thing.
I went downtown.
And the little pigs are squealing their brains out. And I want one of them to come run. I finally get my finger loose. And by the time I go reach for the pig, they're gone. So they went to the next point. And it started all over again. I said to the woman, can't you turn that thing off? She says, no, I had that guy wired to wreck. I said, man, you need to put a breaker in here. So we went on again. I said, give me a stick.
I don't need to smoke a cigarette, no.
So she goes and gets a stick. And I take the stick and put it back there. You want to bite something, bite the stick. Don't bite my hand. And I get one to squall. He runs right up my chest and knocks me over backwards. Now my whole back's full of pigs. And the pig is gone. Well, by the time I finally caught that little pig, he looked cleaner than I did. And I get him loaded up in the truck.
I used to smoke.
And I said, okay, I'm going to make a pet out of it. So I went down to the pet store, and I got me a pig collar and a little leash and all. And I called it for real. And I was going to bring them in the house and train them like a dog, because they're real smart.
Yeah, they are.
I used to walk that thing on a leash all the time, you know, and out in we had a heck of a rain in the back of my pine trees. It flooded out in one spot, and it got a lot of black mulch back there. I used to take him on a 25-foot lead, and he could see that water, man. He was wired. He'd stand behind me, and I'd come on, and I'd pull him. Finally, he'd walk a little bit. And he'd take off and run, and he'd just take all 4 feet and stick them out and dive right in the water. I was having so much fun with this thing. I got them trained pretty good. They started getting pretty big. and he got up about 300 pounds.
You still got this thing on a leash and the whole bit at 300 pounds.
Well, yeah, but I can't walk him anymore because he's walking me. So I put him in the pen. But now he's got an altitude. Once I took the harness off of him, he realized that I didn't have no more control over him.
So they called him in.
And I never did take his
He didn't know about it, but he had this clause.
canine teeth and cut him. I left him in.
Call you within a
And now he's
certain
got these little whiskers sticking out over here to take my leg off in a minute.
That's what they sent him
And I'm
down
going
to
in
the
there and
chute,
feed him,
and they
right?
sent
He'll
him
come
over
over
to
here
some
and
other place, and he's
Stuff
already,
up
they
my
ship
bridge.
over there and said, oh,
Every time I go to
all
pet
over.
him, he'd squeal and howl and run around me in a circle and keep snorting and throwing his head at my leg.
And all
I
of a sudden
said,
they called
keep
him in.
messing with me, Fred, you going to the butcher shop. But I got tired of messing with him, so I backed the trailer up, left the gate open, put his feet in the trailer for a couple of days, and he got used to going in there to eat. I said, this is just a ticket.
Well, yeah, that's
Sure
it.
enough, when it come time to go to the butcher shop, I
He
walked
sits
in
on an
there,
appointment.
he
Now
just
he
like
just opened
this.
up a new claim for the
I
extended
could walk over there and
benefits.
scratch him. He rolled over, let me
They'll call
scratch
him
his
back
belly.
in October.
He was
They'll
just
call
the
him back.
sweetest little thing.